Hey everyone, welcome back to AI Talk English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Today's lesson is super important for beginners. We're talking about two confusing words, may and might.
Emma, I have to be honest. I never know when to use these words.
You're not alone, Alex. So many English learners get confused between may and might.
Like, sometimes I say I may go, and sometimes I might go. Are they the same? Different? I have no idea.
Don't worry, by the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly when to use may and when to use might.
Really? You promise? Because I've been confused about this for years.
I promise, we'll make it super simple and clear. Ready to learn?
Let's do this. Teach me, Emma.
Okay, Alex, let's start from the very beginning. What do you think may and might mean?
Something about maybe? Possibility? I don't know.
Actually, you're right. Both may and might are about possibility.
Wait, really? I got something right?
Yes, they both mean maybe something will happen or it's possible.
Okay, but if they both mean the same thing, why do we have two words?
Great question. That's where it gets interesting. They're similar, but not exactly the same.
Okay, I'm listening. Explain it simply, please.
All right, imagine you're thinking about going to a party tomorrow. You could say, I may go to the party, or I might go to the party.
Okay, both sound correct to me.
They are both correct, but here's the difference. May is a little bit more likely than might.
Oh, so may means higher possibility and might means lower possibility.
Yes, exactly. You're getting it already.
Wait. So if I'm 60% sure, I use may, and if I'm 40% sure, I use might.
Perfect. That's actually a great way to think about it.
Oh my God, this is already making sense. Keep going.
Okay, Alex, now let me give you some real examples so you can see how to use them.
Yes, please. I need examples.
All right, let's say it's raining outside. You want to go shopping, but you're not sure. You can say, I may go shopping later if the rain stops.
Okay, so may because there's a good chance I'll go?
Exactly. Now, if the rain is really heavy and you're probably not going, you say, I might go shopping, but probably not.
Oh, so might shows I'm less sure.
Perfect. Let me give you more examples. She may call you tonight means there's a good chance.
And she might call you tonight means maybe, but don't count on it?
Yes, you're totally getting this.
Okay, let me try. I may eat pizza for dinner. I really want pizza.
Good. And if you're not very hungry,
I might eat pizza, but maybe just a salad, right?
perfect. Here's another one. It may rain tomorrow. The weather forecast says 70% chance.
And it might rain tomorrow, only 30% chance, so bring an umbrella just in case.
Alex, you're a natural at this.
I know, right? Maybe I might become an English teacher. Or wait, I may become one.
See, you're already using them correctly.
Which one was better, might or may?
Well, if you're serious about teaching, use may. If you're just joking, use might.
This is actually fun. Give me more examples.
Okay, he may arrive by 5 p.m. He's usually on time.
He might arrive by 5 p.m., but he's always late, so don't hold your breath.
Exactly. You've got it. Okay, Alex, now let's talk about common mistakes people make with may and might.
Oh, I probably make all of them. Tell me.
Well, the biggest mistake is using may and might in the past tense incorrectly.
Wait, they have past tense? I thought they were just may and might.
Okay, listen carefully. If you're talking about the past, you say might have, not just might.
Might have, like, I might have eaten your sandwich?
Yes, perfect example. That means maybe you ate it, but you're not sure.
Oh no, I actually did eat your sandwich yesterday. Sorry.
Oh, Alex, that was my lunch.
I'm sorry, I was so hungry. But wait, should I say I may have eaten it or I might have eaten it?
Well, if you're 70% sure you ate it, say, I may have eaten it. If you're only 40% sure, say, I might have eaten it.
But I'm 100% sure I ate it, so I shouldn't use either one.
Exactly. You should just say, I ate your sandwich, because you're certain.
Oh, so may and might are only for when you're not certain.
Yes, if you're 100% sure, don't use may or might at all.
So I can't say I may go to work tomorrow if I definitely have to go to work?
Correct. You should say, I will go to work tomorrow, because it's certain.
Happy. This makes so much sense now.
Another common mistake, people say, I may can go. That's wrong.
Wait, what? I may can go? That sounds weird.
It is weird. The correct way is just, I may go or I can go. Never mix them.
Oh, good. I've never said that. At least I got something right.
See? You're doing better than you thought. Okay, Alex, now let me teach you something really important, using may for polite requests.
Polite requests? What do you mean?
Well, may can also be used to ask for permission politely, like in formal situations.
Permission? I thought may was just about possibility.
It has two uses. One is possibility, and the other is asking permission politely.
Okay, give me an example.
For example, if you're in a meeting and want to speak, you say, May I ask a question?
Oh, that sounds very polite and formal.
Exactly. It's much more polite than saying, Can I ask a question?
Wait, so may is more polite than can?
Yes, in formal situations, always use may for requests.
So, may I use the bathroom instead of can I use the bathroom?
Well, both are okay, but may sounds more polite and educated.
Okay, from now on, I'll be super fancy. May I have some water, please?
Perfect. That's exactly right.
May I sit here? May I borrow your pen? I sound like royalty.
You do, but that's good. It shows respect.
But wait, can I use might for polite requests too?
No, might is never used for requests, only may.
Why not?
Because might sounds weird and wrong in requests. You can't say, might I use the bathroom? That's incorrect.
Okay, so may for polite requests, might only for possibility.
Exactly. You're getting it.
I feel like a grammar expert now.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You still have more to learn.
Hey, I'm doing great.
All right, Alex, let's look at some real-life situations and decide should we use may or might.
Okay, test me. I think I'm ready.
Quiz mode. Situation 1. Your friend asks if you're coming to their birthday party. You really want to go, but you're not 100% sure. What do you say?
I really want to go, so there's a good chance. I'd say I may come to your party.
Perfect, because you're likely to go.
Yes. Next one.
Continuing. Situation 2. Your boss asks if you can finish a project by Friday. You're not sure at all because you have a lot of work. What do you say?
I might finish it by Friday, but I'm not very confident.
Excellent. You used might because the possibility is low.
I'm getting good at this.
You are. Okay, situation 3. It's cloudy outside. The weather forecast says 80% chance of rain. Your friend asks, will it rain?
It may rain because there's a high chance.
Perfect. Now, what if the forecast says only 20% chance?
It might rain, but probably won't.
Yes, you're nailing this.
I told you I was getting good.
Okay, one more. Your mom made dinner, but you're not very hungry. She asks, will you eat?
I might eat a little bit, Mom, because I'm not sure and probably won't eat much.
Perfect answer. You showed uncertainty with might.
But if it's pizza, I'd say I may eat the whole thing.
Alex, focus.
Sorry, but seriously, I understand the difference now.
You really do. The key is thinking about how likely something is.
Right. More likely equals may, less likely equals might.
Exactly. You've got it. Now, Alex, let me show you some common phrases and expressions that use may and might.
Oh, like fixed expressions?
Yes, there are some phrases that native speakers use all the time.
Tell me, I want to sound natural.
Okay, here's a popular one. You may be right. This means maybe you're correct. I'm not totally sure.
You may be right. So if someone gives me advice, I can say that.
Exactly. It's a polite way to say maybe they have a good point.
Nice. What else?
Another common one, that might work, when someone suggests an idea and you think it's possibly a good solution.
Oh, like if someone says, let's try turning it off and on again, I can say, that might work.
Yes, the classic tech solution.
It works 90% of the time.
True. Here's another. It may take a while, when something will probably need more time.
Like waiting at the doctor's office. It may take a while before they call your name.
Perfect example. And here's one with might. You might want to. This is used for gentle suggestions.
Gentle suggestions? How?
Like, if your friend is wearing a shirt inside out, you can say, you might want to check your shirt.
That's much nicer than saying, your shirt is inside out, dummy.
Exactly. It's polite and helpful.
You might want to bring an umbrella if it looks like rain.
Perfect. You're using it naturally now.
This is actually fun. Any more expressions?
Yes, I may as well. This means I should probably do it since I'm already here.
Like, I'm already at the store, I may as well buy milk.
Exactly. It's very common in everyday English.
I love these. They make me sound more fluent.
You're doing amazing, Alex. Okay, Alex, it's practice time. Let's do some role play scenarios.
Ooh, I love role plays. Let's do it.
All right, imagine I'm your friend and I'm planning a picnic this weekend. I ask you, are you coming to the picnic?
The weather looks okay, so I may come. It depends on the weather.
Good. You used may because there's a decent chance.
Yes, next scenario.
Okay, now I'm your teacher. I say, Alex, you didn't submit your homework. What happened?
I'm so sorry, teacher. I might have forgotten to save it on my computer.
Nice excuse. But wait, did you really forget, or are you just making excuses?
Okay, fine. I definitely forgot. I shouldn't have used might.
Exactly. If you're certain you forgot, just say, I forgot. Don't use might.
You caught me.
I always do. Okay, new scenario. I'm a stranger at a coffee shop and you want to sit at my table. What do you say?
Excuse me, may I sit here?
Perfect. Very polite and formal.
I remembered. May for polite requests.
Great. Now I'm your colleague and you see dark clouds outside. What do you tell me?
Wow, it may rain soon. Those clouds look heavy.
Agreed. Good choice. The clouds suggest a high possibility.
I'm on fire today.
You are. One more scenario. Your friend suggests watching a scary movie, but you don't really like horror films. What do you say?
I might watch it, but I'm not a big fan of scary movies.
Perfect. You used might to show you're not very interested.
And it sounds polite, not rude.
Exactly. You're being honest but kind.
Emma, I feel like I finally understand may and might.
You really do. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks for being patient with me.
Of course. That's what friends are for. Okay, Alex, before we finish, let me give you some quick tips to remember may and might easily.
Yes, please. I need memory tricks.
Tip number 1, think of may as more likely. They both start with M,
Oh, that's clever. May equals more likely.
right? Easy to remember.
Excited. What about might? Any trick for that?
Well, might has the word might, which sounds weak, like mite, a tiny bug, so less likely.
That's a weird trick, but I'll remember it.
Hey, whatever works.
Curious, any other tips?
Yes. Tip 2, when asking for permission, always use may in formal situations.
Right. May I, not might I.
Exactly. Might I sounds old-fashioned and strange.
Joking, old-fashioned voice. Might I borrow thy pen, good sir?
Alex, stop. You sound like Shakespeare.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Okay. Tip 3, if you're unsure which one to use, might is usually safer because it's more modest.
More modest. What do you mean?
Well, might is less confident, so you won't sound too sure of yourself if you're wrong.
Ah, so when in doubt, use might.
Exactly. It's the safer choice.
That's actually really helpful.
And tip 4, practice, practice, practice. Use may and might in your daily conversations.
I will, starting today.
That's the spirit. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
Gofi, you're such a good teacher. Thank you.
Aw, thank you, Alex. You're a great student.
I actually feel confident about may and might now.
You should. You've learned so much today. All right, everyone. We've covered so much about may and might today.
I can't believe I finally understand these words. I was confused for so long.
See? It's not that complicated once you break it down.
So just to recap, may is for higher possibility, might is for lower possibility.
Exactly. And may is used for polite requests in formal situations.
And never say might I for requests. That's wrong.
Yes, you remembered everything.
I'm going to start using these words correctly from now on.
I know you will. Just keep practicing.
And everyone watching, don't be scared of may and might. They're actually pretty simple.
That's right. Practice makes perfect.
If you found this lesson helpful, please like and subscribe to AI Talk English.
Yes, and let us know in the comments, did you learn something new today?
Tell us which part was most helpful for you.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Keep practicing your English every day.
Remember, you may make mistakes, but that's okay. That's how you learn.
See what you did there? You used may perfectly.
I did, and you caught it.
I'm officially a may and might expert now.
Well, I wouldn't say expert, but you're definitely better.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, everyone. Take care.
Keep learning and keep growing.
Bye.